So back to what I was saying here. The camera is in motion all the way through this sequence. Until this point. So the camera, as he comes in, moves, and this gives a sense of the sort of instability, the uncertainty, or Nolan is trying to give a sense of the character's uncertainty by not letting the camera rest. See this movement here until we get the shot of the children, and for the first time, then there's an eyeline match between him and the children, and we get this sort of reunion scene, and then in a single shot, so we have him being greeted by his children. The mise en scène is important here because we have the green trees outside, which represent hope and the bright future, the green future that he might have. And then, of course, the camera slowly pans down to the totem and closes in on it. And the music again becomes, as you were saying, you're quite right to talk about Zimmer and the music and how it becomes higher and then cuts to black. So, let's just have a look at your... it pans and I would say moves in on or zooms in onto the top. And I would say here, Nolan deliberately cuts as the top begins to look unstable, leaving the audience with a deliberately enigmatic ending. That's fine. It's fine to do the music separately here at the end, but I have to say I would prefer that you mixed it in. But no, don't worry. Okay, if you're doing the music at the end, that's fine. I think you've missed the difference in sound here. It's a much warmer sound, even though the lighting is colder and brighter on the plane. Yes, you're right about this, and creates suspense for the audience rather than shows suspense to the viewer. Yes, that's fine. I like this. So again, but not we expect. Let's talk about how the audience are led to expect something positive, but they will still be unsure. They may not be sure at this time. Okay, so I just think ending there on a musical point is not, in a way, I'd want you to combine that with what you've said here about the visuals. All right, so those are my thoughts. You're kind of short in numbers of words, and it's hard to give you a grade on that because of that. I mean, I think it's probably a low D for a couple of reasons. One, there's not enough specific analysis of the technical details and a bit too much narrative and trying to explain the meaning of the whole film rather than analyzing the specific effects of that Nolan uses, the specific techniques he uses to create meaning, to tell the story, to offer the relationships, describe the relationships between the characters, to move the narrative forwards as it gets him from the plane and out into the airport and then back to the house. Okay, so I'd like to see a lot more of that, and I'd like to see it using specific vocabulary. Okay, so you've got about 500 more words to do when you have another run at this, and try and see if you can get the film studies word count up, the very specific description of sound design, words like juxtaposition. Could that come in somewhere? And connotes and connotation, and I think you want to be using the word Nolan a lot more, because we're talking about what the director does, so you're going to need to refer to him by name. Okay, good luck with that. I look forward to seeing your next draft.